What's going on, men? You got your boy Sam Gray here, answering a awesome question that's been coming up a lot this week in my coaching calls. And that question is, how can I be more accepting of myself as a man? And we're going to answer that. But first, if you are interested in doing some coaching, if you want to work together in that capacity with me, send me an email to the email in the description below, jsamgray7@gmail.com. Put it down there as well. But yeah, let's get into it. I've got a lot of energy for today's topic. There's a lot we can talk about here, and I want to get through all of it. I want to connect it well together. I want to, engage with you in as deep a way as we can here, because true acceptance to achieve true acceptance of oneself runs very, very, very deep. So I'm excited. I'm very excited, and I'm glad you're here with me here. So I like plans. I like to kind of see the structure of things. So what we're gonna do to accept yourself is you have to stop rejecting yourself. That's the first step. And the way you're gonna do that is you're gonna become aware of how you're rejecting yourself. You're gonna understand why you reject yourself, and then you are going to disassociate from that part of yourself that rejects yourself, and from that place, dealing with the self-rejection, then we can start to declare our acceptance and rewrite the rejections for acceptance. So that's what we're going to do here. Let's start with the awareness. So I broke it down to like 3 different categories that your inner critic convinces you of negative things about yourself. So you'll either do something that'll just trigger, oh man, that was such a stupid thing. Maybe you'll even just remember it randomly. Oh man, could you imagine? I always have this one. Oh, when you're in grade 6 and you said that thing to your friend's mom about her shirt, and she took so much offense to it. You didn't even mean to do it. Your inner critic's just constantly working. So the 3 ways can be negative affirmations, blaming, explaining, or complaining, and negative self-care. So negative affirmations look like affirming to yourself stories that support the belief, well, I guess that ultimately reject yourself. Oh, I'm not good enough to deserve love from myself or other people. Oh, every story kind of comes back to that, but just to bring out a couple, maybe, I hate myself. I want to kill myself. I despise the part of myself that is weak or late, or I can't stand it when I do that. I can't stand it when I do that, etc. Blame, explain, complain. Blame, explain, complain. So blaming other people. To be completely, all 3 of these, to be completely eliminated from your life. Blaming other people, putting the responsibility for your life on anyone other than yourself. Blaming, done. Complaining. Explaining, we'll start there actually. Blame, explaining. Whenever you have to justify yourself, you don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to explain yourself. Just state what needs to be stated. Here's why I'm late. Oh no, just all right. Thanks for waiting. Let's start here. Just state. You don't waste time explaining. You don't need to hear it, and nobody else is interested in it either. Complaining. You're intentionally bringing your focus to parts of the world why they're negative. Negative parts of the world. And of course, I'm losing my train of thought here. Forgive me. So, complaining is intentionally choosing to focus on negative parts of the world. And because what you focus on grows, when you complain, you're guaranteeing negativity to manifest in your life. So stop it. Okay, so rejecting yourself. So these are kind of some ways we can reject ourselves. The third one, negative self-care. So this looks like, this specifically looks like not meeting your own needs. You have a lot of them. Basics. Eat, sleep, exercise. Are you eating healthy food? Are you sleeping enough? Are you exercising at all? And then you have your social needs. Then you have your creative needs. Are you seeing enough people? Are you connected to your family? Are you connected to your purpose? Are you doing work that matters? Are you learning? There's a whole host of needs we all have, and part of your journey in life is exploring what those needs are and ensuring that they get met. Are you having enough fun? So these are some ways you can reject yourself. Negative affirmations: blame, explain, complain, negative self-care. So next step here, understanding why you do this. Why do you reject yourself? Why is this a question at all? How can I be more accepting of yourself? Why is this an issue to begin with? And the lens through which we'll view this today is through the ego. So your ego, when your ego is in control, your ego really likes to support the idea that you're special, you're different, and that you will be safer when you are isolated. And as men, we love feeling special. We don't really admit to it or realize it most of the time, but we love not wearing our safety glasses at work when we're doing something dangerous, because we're different and impenetrable, and I'm not going to cut in a way that's going to hit anything in my eye. My upbringing was exceptionally awful. There's no way I can ever heal the trauma I experienced growing up. No matter what I do, there's nothing I can do to change my circumstance, because I'm so special. I'm the specialist human. And the third way is just, why do we have negative affirmations? We have negative affirmations because the ego is trying to isolate itself by convincing itself that it's not deserving of connecting with other people. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not good looking enough. Oh, I'm not kind enough. Whatever it is, it's all stories that support the belief that you don't need to connect with other people, thus keeping the ego isolated and separate. So we're aware, we're understanding, we can disassociate from this. So it is just your ego. When you're working with your mind, like you have your thinking brain and your primitive brain, and then you have your thinking brain. You have these two levels. And your ego is in your subconscious, right? And your conscious mind. So with your conscious mind, you can take a second to just see that most of these thoughts are generated by your ego. Most of them, that they aren't true. And as a man, I believe you're what your men tell you. You're not what you tell yourself. You're who your men tell you you are. You're who your men tell you you are. That's the truth. And as you move closer to accepting yourself, like we can do that right now. There's nothing you can do to affect the love and acceptance that you deserve. To yourself, there's nothing I can do that will affect the love and acceptance that I have for myself. There's nothing I can do. In fact, by nature of love being unconditional that you have for yourself, whether you do anything, doing has nothing to do with it. It just is. We're human beings, and we're not human doings. Getting a little closer to the truth here. So The power of life is inside of you. You're perfect as you are. You need nothing else to be complete. This is true. This is true. Let this sink in. Everybody makes mistakes. Winners focus on solutions. Problems aren't good or bad. They're just indicators towards you needing to search for a solution. There's this beautiful idea, no need for manipulation. If energy is unceasing, there is no need for manipulation. Nothing needs to be sorted or looked out for. It just is. It just keeps coming. Your experience keeps flowing no matter what. You don't need to do anything about it. Just like your love and acceptance of yourself, you don't need to do anything to deserve it. Magic comes in life not when we force things or when we listen to our ego or we grip really hard. It comes without force, shape, manipulation. It comes when you accept just what is. And be at peace with yourself. Your love for yourself is not negotiable. And instead of seeing the negative things you do in your life as manifestations in and of themselves that warrant you to change your perspective on yourself, love yourself any more or less, trust that when you change your perspective of yourself and you love yourself and accept yourself to begin with, that those will be the roots to create the fruits of your actions that will be better. That will be better. Trust that throughout this process of stopping rejecting yourself and working towards accepting yourself, whatever actions follow, which you don't need to do anything, by the way, you don't need to manipulate them, you don't need to force them. You can trust that from this place of a deeper sense of acceptance, whatever you do is going to be more of an expression of love to yourself and other people. So I love you guys. This is fun. I really hope this is helpful to you. Let me know if it is in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. Email is good too. Put it in the description, and talk to you guys soon. Peace.